All right, so today I have a microphone actually. I got some good feedback in the comment section from the last video talking about how I need a microphone. I'm gonna get a actual microphone soon. I'm just using this in the meantime, but hopefully it sounds better. Let me know. So today is about community-based research. Now I want to give some context to this first before I get into it. So in today's world, we have universities. They are, you have your Ivy Leagues, your state schools, your community colleges, and you see schools in California. And one of the things that's so important about these institutions is that they do research. Now, this research is done through scholars and academics that are looking to make a name for themselves. They are trying to gain credibility. They want publications, and they want to be cited. They want to be a point of credibility. And with that, they're not really looking at their local communities, even though they're literally their local communities. Thinking about the global picture when you don't even have your local picture is not the pinnacle of societal ethics ethos. And I think that this article, which I will link down below, really has a great solution for connecting the universities to the communities, helping people in the communities become more knowledgeable, not only about their problems in their own communities, but their neighbors' problems, and learning the scientific process of how to research. I think that's important for the coming years where we're going to have to have a cognitive revolution. I've said in previous videos that after World War II, they introduced the GI Bill so that people could become more educated, so that they could keep up with the economy. In today's society, in America at least, we have the Silicon Valley people, and then we have the regular people. And sure, it's not like as cut and dry as that, but in terms of the future, it might become cut and dry like that. Knowing computer science is going to be extremely important, and if you're not keeping up with that, you might be left in the dust, especially with AI coming up. I was talking to this one entrepreneur who founded an academy where I live, and we were talking about knowledge and the power of it. And so I mentioned the cliche phrase, knowledge is power. And he stopped me. He's like, wait, no, information is power. And I thought that was an interesting point. Information is power. That's what research aims to give people. Information. It doesn't tell them, or it doesn't do the work to actually fix the problems. Obviously, it's just like this article, just a piece of paper. However, it gives them the information to do action. However, not many people they don't know that they can get this information. A lot of people think that the research world is too far out of reach. So your local retail worker, he doesn't think that they can, change anything in the world. They've lost this sense of agency where not only do they not feel like they can change their own or change their own lives at sometimes, especially with mental illness, but they can't even change their community for the better, their local community. And then the global is even completely out of reach. However, by doing community-based research, we can impact the world. It starts on the local level. It starts on the individual level, the family level, the community level, regional level, so on, so you get to a whole nation. But again, there's two different types of people being created. There's the college-educated people and just the, regular educated, public education's free. And the problem with this is that, university is becoming more for just the elite. We live in an economy where if you are left out of the university higher educational system, you have a lot of catching up to do. And it's not for everyone. There's tons of videos about this. I recommend watching them just to gain the perspective of it. University is not for everyone, especially if you're still trying to find your purpose and identity. And this is part of that. This community-based research allows people to learn their neighbors, to gain that sense of community, the identity, and it gives them the information, and the researchers give them the motivation to implement this information they have, implement the solutions with the information that they have. That is such a game changer. I know it sounds like not that crazy of an idea, community-based research, but it is. This is like people going door to door, figuring out what everyone's problems are in their community. And it's their problems. Only locals really know the problems that are in the local region. And it turns these communities into learning regions where everyone's involved in it if they choose to be. And that gives people such a sense of empowerment. There's this one quote I want to read from here. Where is it? These articles are so long. Here it is. So, this is from a community-based research project in Canada, conducted by Queen's University. The quote goes, "The knowledge generated through partnerships between rural communities and the academic team is groundbreaking. Pre-existing data for Southern Ontario doesn't drill down enough to demonstrate how different the East is from Southwestern Ontario, but the academic team does a good job in helping us develop that data. Before the academic team engaged in that activity, there was virtually no form of research going on in Eastern Ontario that could lead to activities that could benefit our communities, whether that was the utilization of technology, awareness of the creative economy, to research specific on our population. I think it's the collective work that has gone on that has brought to light key issues that impact all of Eastern Ontario. The fact that you have respected institutions like Queen's University actually paying attention to things that are significant to us and also looking at those things in other rural communities and also giving us access to academic research that we can look at and see how that applies, that has been beneficial." One word that you could look up that goes more in line with this is mobilizing academic knowledge. And this is important. It's kind of like the whole, people think everything's a drop in the bucket. What can I do? But if everyone starts to think that they can make a difference, if we all start to make it and change, then it's not just a drop in the bucket anymore. It's the whole goddamn ocean. Sorry, don't mean to curse anything, but it's the whole ocean. And this, again, it ties the academic world with the real world, as some people would like to think of it. These universities, for college kids, it's like a little bubble. It's not real life per se. It's not you don't experience all of the, homeowners' problems or rental problems. And in our communities, we have so many problems that we're not focusing on because no one is initiating the connection between everyone. And this project is necessary because it's so easy in our society today to become disconnected, to become distracted from one another. People don't knock on each other's doors anymore. People don't get to really know their neighbors anymore, even if they've lived there for years. This can change that. Not only that, but it can give people the academic whereabouts to be able to learn, to be able to teach them higher order thinking skills, critical thinking skills that can give them the agency to do more. This is empowering people. This is empowering our communities. And universities have a responsibility to educate the local communities around them, not just for scholars to try to make a global reputational name for themselves. And this is very important. I just wanted to get this message out there about this, and let me know if you like these kind of videos where I talk about these articles and link them down below. And thanks for watching.